Sometimes the moment that changes everything looks like nothing at all. In 2012, a 13-year-old boy sat alone in his bedroom in North Carolina, uploading videos to the internet. There was no audience waiting, no subscribers refreshing the page, no comments rolling in, no sign that anything he was doing would ever matter. Just a camera, an idea, and a decision to hit publish. He posted anyway. Gaming videos, commentary, random experiments, the kind of content millions of people upload every day. And almost no one watched. A few views here, a handful there. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, months into years. For most people, that's where the story ends, because eventually reality sets in. You start to think, maybe this isn't working. Maybe it's time to move on, find something more stable. More predictable. But he didn't. He kept going. Not because it was working, but because he couldn't let go of the question, why wasn't it working? So instead of quitting, he studied. He watched videos, not for entertainment, but for patterns. Why did people click on one video and ignore another? Why did some viewers stay while others left after a few seconds? He became obsessed with the details, titles, thumbnails, watch time, retention. While other teenagers were out with friends, he was breaking down YouTube like it was a system to be solved. And slowly, something started to shift. Not overnight, not in a way anyone else would notice, but enough to keep him going. Then came a decision that didn't make sense to most people around him. After graduating high school, he enrolled in college, and within just a few weeks, he dropped out. He chose YouTube instead. His mom didn't understand. From the outside, it didn't look like ambition. It looked like risk, because there was still no guarantee this would work. But to him, it wasn't a gamble. It was focus. So he committed completely. He began testing bigger, stranger ideas, counting to 100,000 on camera, reading the dictionary out loud, sitting through long, absurd challenges that most people couldn't even attempt. They sounded ridiculous, but they were different, and different gets attention. People started to notice. At first, just a little, then a little more. Then something clicked. A video took off, then another, then another. The same persistence that once looked like wasted time started to look like momentum. But the real turning point came next. As the views and the money started to grow, he made a decision that changed everything. He gave it away. Not a portion, not occasionally, almost all of it, back into the videos. He began creating content centered around generosity, handing out thousands of dollars to strangers, then tens of thousands, then millions, helping people pay rent, funding life-changing surgeries, supporting causes most people never hear about. The scale kept growing, and so did the audience, because people weren't just watching. They were feeling something: excitement, surprise, hope. And that's what made it different. It wasn't just content anymore. It was impact. And it all traced back to those early years. The ones no one saw, the videos no one watched, the hours no one noticed, the decision to keep going when there was no proof it would ever work. Because that's the real twist. It wasn't one viral moment that changed his life. It was the choice to continue through hundreds of invisible ones. That teenager in his bedroom? He would go on to build one of the largest audiences in the world, to redefine what it means to be a creator, and to turn videos into something far bigger than entertainment. He became Mr. Beast. This has been Twist of Fate Radio. I'm Angela Clark. Until next time, remember, sometimes the smallest choices lead to the biggest consequences. Want to explore more stories like this? Visit twistoffateradio.com. There you can read more details about this story and others like it. Plus, you can submit your own Twist of Fate story to be considered for a future episode. You never know what twist of fate is coming next.